Living every day in your head for free. You can tap away, but I will not hear you scream. You can break the keys, spread your toxicity, your world outside reality. In your room, a little hideaway, but you let it through. Enough to go insane. Living in the dark hasn't treated you well. You're building your own prison cell. Hey, wait, don't waste it on me. Despite lies telling you, don't waste it on me. Did I brush you off? Is it your lack of friends? We never met, even if you pretend. Am I in your debt? I don't owe you nothing. Don't say something you'll regret. Hey, wait, don't waste it on me. Despite lies telling you, don't waste it on me. Hate, rage, don't waste it on me. Spite, lies telling you, don't waste it on me. Wait, don't waste it on me. Spite, lies telling you, don't waste it. I'm telling you, don't waste it. Lies telling you, don't waste it on me. What you think about when you're born into a fire? Let 'em burn it out. Sell 'em to the richest buyer. They wanna let the world decay. They tell us lies and fade away. We feel betrayed. We were raised to lose the race.
Welcome to the Throttle Up Racing Network. And tonight we are with the SERL Cup Series. There's only 2 races remaining in this regular season. We're getting down to the playoffs, or the chase rather, as we look at the cut line. Here are going to be our drivers to watch tonight. AJ Rogers, Justin Lumpkin, Travis White, Kevin Franks all currently sit inside the top 16 as Travis Scramita, Nate Maurer, and Kyle Adcock going to try and find their way in. Currently, AJ Rogers and Travis Scramita both not in the race session. So as we go forward, that may open up a couple of spots, as AJ Rogers just barely in right now, 6:02 to Nate Maurer's 5:52 with 2 races remaining. It'll come down to next week most likely for that. Kevin Franks is here, Justin Lumpkin, Travis White are all here. Nate Maurer and Kyle Adcock are with us though tonight as we go down into the final race to make the chase. Currently, the fastest on practice right now is Andrew Rattel in the number 5. Blake Giglio's second quickest. Dylan Clark right there in the 34. He is third fastest. He has had a fantastic debut here, but currently out on track. We've got the 88 of Justin White. Also out on track, one of our guys fighting for a playoff spot, the number 4 of Justin Lumpkin. Another newcomer to the SERL, the number 29, James Howard. He's out there with us. Trying to work that high lane. We'll have 24 cars competing here tonight as we get ready to go into qualifying. Who's going to be the fastest tonight? Who's going to set on the pole? Bill Stringfellow, Dylan Falvis, Jason Clark yet to make a time in practice. Jason Clark now out on track. And we will head down into qualifying. All right, we're getting ready for qualifying. Who's going to be the first car out on track? James Howard, our first taker, in the number 29. And he'll be trying to get up to speed. Jonathan Cogswell, he's doing very well in points. He'll get out on the racetrack. John McMillan Jr., John McMillan Sr., he gets up to speed as well. Dylan Clark, our newcomer, our Truck Series standout. He was third quickest in practice in the number 34. Ronnie Osmer in the 55. He's out on track. Getting up to speed. Ronnie is locked in on points for the chase. Currently the quickest car out there, Jonathan Cogswell in the 27. Now Andrew Rattel will set the pole time. These three teammates, Rattel, Prentice, and Cogswell, first, second, and third on the board right now. Number 9 of Kyle Adcock, he's one of the guys that is fighting for a chase position. Going out, setting his time. Doug Neal in the 77, he's getting up to speed. Justin White in the 88, he will qualify 4th right now. McMillan Jr. in the 51, a fast time for him, top of the board. Bill Stringfellow out on track in the number 83 as his paint gets loaded in. Didn't set a lap time in practice. Currently 8th quickest as Osmer moves up to 3rd fastest. Stringfellow, he'll move up to 7th quickest. McMillan Jr., he's the fastest. Nate Maurer out on track of the number 97. He's setting his first lap now. Jamie Dunning is pulled out on track as he gets up to speed. The number 23, which looks like he may have had a blend violation. Have to restart his lap. The 23 of Travis White, he's out on track. He comes across the line. Will set 8th quickest time on his first lap. Doug Neal across the line on his second lap. He'll maintain that speed. The 97 right behind him. 7th quickest. These guys in a dead heat. 39-32, as well as Justin White. All three of those are teammates. Dylan Clark with a 39-33 and Travis White with a 39-34. Bill Stringfellow 39-34. Everyone's very close. Travis White will now move up to 5th quickest in the 23 on his second lap as we watch Nate Maurer finish his second lap. In that number 97 Simbach sponsored car, Nate Maurer, he'll maintain 8th position. Justin Lumpkin is now out on the racetrack. Running the high lane, trying to get the momentum, heading down the front stretch. The Darren's Nail Gun Repair Ford Mustang. And what we are fighting for today is the Zero X Designs Pole Award, sponsored by Zero X Designs. If you need a paint scheme for iRacing, make sure you check out Zero X Designs. Justin Lumpkin, he'll come across. Second quickest for the number 4, Justin Lumpkin, as he'll come out and try and get a faster second lap. Dunning is out on the track as well. He'll qualify 10th right now. Justin Lumpkin, a very quick lap. And the 38 of Matt Goodell out on track. Setting his first lap. As we are nearing the end of qualifying. Just a couple of minutes remaining. Blake Giglio will now go out on track. Blake is another one that could get it done. 38 will cross the line. 16th quickest on the first lap for Matt Goodell. Giglio all the way up in the high lane, trying to get the momentum coming down the track. He'll take the green flag for his qualifying run. Dylan Falovich in the 12 is out there as well. Josh Mayu out on track, a little bit loose through the corners. He tries to get up to speed. We are running that 550 horsepower high downforce package. You see these huge spoilers on the back of these cars. Giglio will come around, get third quickest right now. Falovich will move to the pole. Dylan Falovich quickest on the speedway. A 39.22 fast lap for Dylan Falovich. Josh Mayu moves up to 7th quickest. Can Blake Giglio top that speed? He will not do it. So our Polo 0X Designs Pole Award winner is going to be Dylan Falovich in the number 12. A fast lap for Dylan. Let's see if we can get a word with Dylan, as he is our Pole Award winner.
Oh, shit.
Hey, Dylan, this is Dakota in the broadcast booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Hey, man, you go out there and you qualify on the pole. I think that's your first pole of the season. Very fast here at Michigan. Do you think you got what it takes to win today?
I wasn't expecting this, so I hope so. I don't know. It's a different thing once you get in the pack with everything. So, I don't know. Hopefully get it done.
Are you expecting some big runs with the draft, or is it just going to be kind of riding around single file?
I definitely think the short runs are going to be entertaining to watch, but once it fizzles out, if we get a long run going, I think it'll be a pretty single file. Hopefully I'm wrong, but
well, good luck tonight, Dylan, and congratulations on getting the pole, and hopefully we'll be talking to you again later.
thank you.
And that was our 0X Designs Pole Award winner, Dylan Falovich, as we get ready to go through the grid. We're waiting for some of these guys to get gridded in. And there is our starting lineup on the pole for tonight's race. The number 12, Dylan Falovich, he will lead us off when we go down into turn number 1. Starting in second position is John McMillan Jr. Starting in third, the number 4, that 0X Designs machine, That's Justin Lumpkin in the number 4. Blake Giglio roll off in 4th position in the number 16. 5th spot is the number 5 of Andrew Rattel. 6th starting position, Ronnie Osmer in the 55. Starting in 7th is Josh Mayu in the 02. Starting in 8th is Matthew Prentice in the 15. Travis White in the 23. He'll start 9th. Justin White in the number 88 Simbox Machine. He'll start in top 10 and 10th starting spot. Doug Neal, another Simbox car. He'll start in 11th. And 3 in a row, actually 4 in a row for the Simbox team. They'll start 12th place tonight is Nate Maurer. Jamie Dunning, he'll start in 13th position. 14th is Dylan Clark. 15th, Bill Stringfellow. 16th is James Howard. 17th, Kyle Adcock. 18th, John McMillan Sr. 19th is Matt Goodell. 20th is Jonathan Cogswell. Dean Clavette will start 21st. Kevin Franks 22nd. Joey Doucette will start 23rd. And rounding out the field tonight is Jason Clark. In the number 19, he'll start 24th position. You see the cars starting to roll out. As we take a look at tonight's race info. 2-mile track here today. The track temp currently sitting at 113 degrees. That will play a factor as we go throughout this race. Here at Michigan, 78 degrees. Outside, partly cloudy, 2-mile-an-hour wind. And it's going to be an exciting one. As we wait for our leaders to come around and take the green flag. We get ready for the green flag. Green flag here at Michigan. A good start up front. And they're wide all the way through the pack. Cars jockeying for position left and right all throughout the field. Oh, the 34 gets a little bit loose. Dylan Clark. The 97 loose as well. The 29 right on his bumper. You see the 83 and the 13 working together up the middle lane, trying to advance their position. Jamie Dunning up to the 10th position. Up front, Dylan Falovich still in the lead. Justin Lumpkin in second. McMillan Jr. up on the high side trying to get a run. He and Ronnie Osmer working together up there on the outside lane. Travis White up to 9th spot. Blake Giglio, he's trying to work his way forward. He's actually dropped a couple of positions. Everyone trying to get up onto the high lane, the inside lane, just not the lane that you want to be in. You get a huge run on exit as you see Matthew Prentice working his way up through on the outside. He's going to try and look to the inside of Blake Giglio, but he's 3 wide as Josh Mayu trying to make the inside lane work. He'll now get up to 5th spot as he's battling with the 16 of our point leader, Blake Giglio. They are 2 file all the way through. Falovich and Lumpkin trying to set sail up front. Osmer right there along with them. Giglio trying to push McMillan back up to the front. The 0-2 of Mayu, he may have found his lane in the outside as Prentice is now looking to the inside of Blake Giglio. He's not going to quite get there. And they'll fall back into line through the backstretch. These 2 Simbox cars, Nate Maurer and Doug Neal, the 97 and the 77, as they work the inside and they get around Josh Mayu. The 97 will move up in front of him. These guys trying to get up front. The stage will be on lap 45. Nate Maurer currently in the 8th position. And an issue for the 23. He slipped off the track and drops all the way back to last position. So the 23, he'll drop back now to 20th. Everyone staying together, nose to tail throughout the field. Giglio has now worked his way into 3rd position. As Osmer starts to fall back, the 97 looks like he might try and take it 3 wide, but he's going to stick to the outside lane. Giglio works the outside of Lumpkin now. If he can maintain a fender up there, he may have a shot at it, but he's not going to be able to do it with a big run. He's going to tag the 4, and that's going to kill the 16's momentum instead of taking it to the inside. He knows he wants to be up front. Dylan Falovich still out there, has led every lap so far. The 4 of Justin Lumpkin right behind him. Those 2 are teammates. The 16 of Giglio trying to make it work. The 51 right behind him, that's John McMillan Jr. These cars starting to get a little bit spread out. The 55 of Osmer down on the inside lane, trying to make a run, but he'll jump back to the outside as the 0-2 with a huge run. Osmer now to the inside of the 5. A big run through 3 and 4 as they come back to the line. Nate Maurer trying to make a move forward as they are double file in front of him. Osmer back down to the inside line. Now Mayu dips out to the inside. He's going to try and drive it down into turn number 3. Oh, almost up into Blake Giglio. See these guys jockeying for position out of turn 4 and across the front stretch. Three wide down into turn 1. Mayu in the middle. Giglio has dropped back to 6th position. And Justin Lumpkin is out front in the number 4. He is one of our playoff cut line contenders as he is trying to make his way into the chase for the championship. The number 4 of Justin Lumpkin. He is out front leading the field here at Michigan. McMillan Jr. will now take the fight to Dylan Falovich for 2nd. Has to get back in line. McMillan all the way down to the bottom, right in front of his teammate, Andrew Rattel. Both these guys get a big push down the front stretch. The 4 will be right in front. We've got a caution. 77 involved. He and the 55 in the outside wall. And we'll go back and take a look and see what happened. '83 also involved. Take a look from the chopper camera. Look at that bright yellow number 77 and this white and black car in the outside lane, the 55 of Osmer. And the 55, he's up there. The 75 just comes right up into him. The 77 into the outside wall. The 83 gets involved. That looked like it may have been netcode. Those are the only 2 cars, though, that really got significant damage. We'll try and see if the 83 got some damage on this as they were wrecking. Oh, he did get some right front damage to the back of the 77. Let's take a look this time from our far chase view. We see the 55 in the outside lane right on that seam, and the 77 just didn't realize the 55 was there up into the 55 on the outside wall. The 88, he does get some damage as well. Yeah, some nose damage for the 88. So everybody down the pit lane, Kyle Adcock will stay out. He's going to lead a lap there. Everybody else, Adcock trying to get as many points as he can to point his way in to the championship. Everyone goes ahead and takes a set of tires. And we will be right back. We're going to change a couple settings here for you. And we will be right back. Kyle Adcock will give up the lead as he will go down the pit lane. He stayed out to lead a lap. As we're back double file, Dylan Falovich in the lead. Actually, I think Justin Lumpkin is the control car here. I think he's chosen the outside lane. We're having some issues with timing and scoring, but there are 23 cars still in the race. John McMillan Sr. is in last place. As the pace car pulls off, we get ready to go. Green flag once again. Adcock back in the pit lane. Falovich will get in front of Lumpkin. The number 12 back out front now. These guys at this point are fighting for stage points. The 16, he is pushing all over the 4. He'll dive it down into turn number 3. You see him all over the racetrack, out of 4 and down the front stretch. But that 16 trying to the inside line, it's not working. The outside line is the preferred line. Rattel will now move up to 3rd position. Dunning and Prentice, they're fighting for position. And those guys are close in points, up around 5th and 6th. Everyone kind of getting settled out. The 56 of Dean Clavette. He's trying to make a move. He got up to 2nd for a second, but that inside line, it's difficult to run. No help down on the bottom. Nate Maurer is now moved up to the top 5 as he tries to get to the outside of the 56 Clavette, and he'll do it. Now Maurer up to 4th. And that 56 stuck on the inside, getting freight trained right now. And he is trying to find a gap in the outside line, but there's just nothing there. Drop back to 7th right now. He may be able to get up here. There he goes there. No, he'll stay to the inside. So Dean Clavette, he will slip back up into the outside lane in the 8th position as we see the 27 of Cogswell now trying the inside. Up front, it's still the 12 of Falovich. As Nate Maurer got up there, thought he was going to get into line, but not able to do it. Now he may get freight trained if he doesn't get back to the outside. They're almost 3 wide there for a second. The 97 slips up the track. He's going to work with the 5 now, though. Rattel to the inside of the 4 of Lumpkin for 2nd position. The 5's now side by side with the 16 for third. Giglio in the preferred lane on the outside. Nate Maurer, he hasn't given up either. Giglio pushing the 5 down the front stretch, trying to catch these two leaders back. The 83 and several of these other guys have dropped a good ways behind the pack. 4 seconds back for Stringfellow and Neal, 14th and 15th position. We take a look from the cockpit view of Bill Stringfellow, and you'll see the distance in front of him to the front group. So an issue for these guys behind as now Doug Neal pulls up in front, and you see a whole straightaway ahead as a big pack in front of these guys working hard. Three wide behind them. The 4 is now slipped back to 4th, and the 97 working the inside, trying to get around the 4 Vlumpkin to the inside of the 16 of Giglio. They're 3 wide for third position. Maurer on the inside lane. Oh, the 4 and the 51 tag doors. You see the 56 all the way down on the bottom. They're going to get close off the corner. Three wide behind them, the 97 of Nate Maurer. He's dropped back to 10th. Waiting for these guys to get settled. Dunning's right there. Everybody trying to get stage points, but we're not getting stage points till lap 45. But these guys are all over each other, trying to gain positions. '56 continually trying the very inside line. Just not able to carry the speed off the corner. The 22 of Doucette, he's now moved up into the top 10. And that's 16 of Blake Giglio. He's trying for the lead now. He's on the inside of Dylan Falovich as they come off turn 2. He'll slip back into line. Barely had enough room. And Osmer, out of nowhere, he's driving back up through the field. Involved in that incident earlier, took his fast repair. And he's now to the inside of the 16 for second position. Ronnie Osmer from the back to the front. Giglio down to the inside. He's got the lead for a second, but can he make it stick? As we've got him sideways behind him. The 13 of Jamie Dunning involved, the 23 as well. Let's take a look at what happened there. Not sure if it was between these two or if they just... No, the 13 into the outside wall. The 23, quick action to avoid the 13. As those guys will now drop off the pace as well. The second group is probably going to run them down. And you can see them right in front of them. Doug Neal working the wheel through turn 3 and 4. They're currently 14th and 15th, the 77 and the 34. But up front, the 12 has maintained the lead. He has fended off the attacks from the number 16 of Blake Giglio. You see Falovich running that lower line, trying to keep the 16 from getting a draft down the backstretch. Osmer will now go to the inside of the 16 of Giglio. These two side by side now down the front stretch. Osmer drops back into line into third position. Side by side, 55 and 51. Prentice trying to help his teammate. 15 and 51. Those are both together. McMillan will clear the 55. Can he get up? He will get up, but the 55 of Osmer will move back down to the inside. A crossover move from Osmer. Not sure if he's going to be able to make it stick, as McMillan had the draft. So McMillan into third, Osmer back to fourth. Battle for the lead. Falovich in second. Giglio, can he make a stick? Giglio with a slide job off the corner. He will complete the pass. 34 laps in of 100. And new leader here, Blake Giglio, out front. And he is our point leader for a reason. This guy knows how to get it done. You see, he's going to move to the inside lane to try and help the 51. He wants these guys to stay side by side. Oh, the 51 trying to get a side draft. They're side by side for second now. Osmer, he'll power around on the outside. The 97 of Maurer, he's trying to move his way back up. Right there along with the 27 of Jonathan Cogswell, who has moved up. He's up 14 positions into sixth place now. Cogswell, he won at Darlington. We're going to be coming back there in the chase for the championship in just a couple of weeks. These cars all over each other. Prentice and the 97 behind them, bump drafting down the front stretch. The 4 of Lumpkin trying to find a way around. McMillan Jr. got shuffled out to the inside. These guys still battling for second. Falovich and McMillan. McMillan jumps to the high lane. Osmer with a run. He'll take it to the inside. Osmer had enough of a run. He'll try and take it all the way to the front. The 12 and the 16 zigzag all the way down the front stretch, trying to break the draft. 3 wide now for second place. Can Osmer make it stick on the inside lane as the 2 on the outside get close? The 55 all the way down to the white line on the backstretch. Three wide behind them, the 4, the 15, and the 97. Now the 56 on the outside. They get close. They're able to make it work down the front stretch. 3 wide. Now these guys starting to ramp up the energy even more as we're only about 5 laps until the end of the stage. Of course, we'll go green, but we will hand out the top 10. We'll get points. Lumpkin and Prentice battling 9th and 10th. Doucette on the outside looking in the number 22. Doucette now gets around Lumpkin. So Doucette in to the stage points. Lumpkin on the outside now. You see Osmer continuing to drive down to the inside. Down the front stretch, zigzagging back and forth. There is your lead group, led by Blake Giglio in the 16. The 55 of Osmer, he's falling back. He's dropped back to the 8th spot now. As Cogswell and Lumpkin up on the high side going to try and work their way around. Osmer will now drop back to 10th. As Doucette will make a move to the inside. Top 10, they're fighting for stage points. They're all separated by only 1 second. 0.93, the difference between 1st and 10th right now. Giglio out front. Falovich in the 12 in second. The 51 of McMillan third. Will there be a change of position for the stage win as we get close? Andrew Rattel currently sitting in 4th. Nate Maurer, he's on the outside looking in on the point standings for the chase. He needs points here in the stage to try and help his championship hopes. The 97 not able to make a move with the 51. He's going to try. McMillan Jr. with a teammate now trying to push to the inside of Falovich. Both these guys are going to dive on the inside down into turn 1. Don't think McMillan's going to have enough to clear the 12. The 12 powers around back on the outside. You see Giglio trying to work the inside line. Rattel is able to get back up to the outside as we're coming down to the white flag on the stage. White flag as we come down to the end of the stage. McMillan Jr. has moved into 2nd spot. The 16 of Giglio still out front. You see him jockeying for position. On back, the 22 of Doucette loses momentum. He'll drop now out of the top 10 as he's fighting with the 15. 3 wide, the 56 of Clavette. Lumpkin and Osmer, they're battling for 8th spot. They'll come around to take the end of the stage. And your unofficial results for the end of the stage here at Michigan. 1st place, Giglio. 2nd, McMillan Jr. 3rd is Falovich. 4th, Cogswell. 5th, Rattel. Maurer in 6th. 7th is Clavette. 8th, Ronnie Osborne. 9, Joey Doucette. And 10, Justin Lumpkin. Of course, we will review that after the race, but we will continue the racing action now as we remain green on the racetrack. McMillan Jr. has taken the lead. And here is that pass for the lead. Down the backstretch to 51 to the inside of the 16. Drives it into the corner hard. And a little slide job off the corner gets him in front of the 16. And back out front, McMillan Jr., he's in the lead, the 16 in second, on through the field. Everyone's starting to kind of settle out now and kind of get single file and ride this one out as we are past the stage. The 5 and the 56 down on the inside. They're going to go 3 wide now with the 27 of Cogswell up to the top lane. This is the battle for 4th. Oh, Nate with a big move to the inside. And this back group is hoping for a caution. The 83 way up may have tagged the wall again there. You see, he has lost some momentum. Dunning, he's currently running in 20th. Travis White's in 21st position. And the 19 of Jason Clark in 22nd. All these guys hoping for a caution. McMillan still out front. Falovich second. As he tries to now get around Giglio. Giglio drops back to third as he may be trying to save his tires a little bit for the long run. They're 3 abreast off the corner of the 56 now down to the inside. Cogswell, he's making moves. He's up here in the running now. Cogswell, 4th spot. As these top 4 are starting to pull away. A name we don't normally talk about a whole lot, but is up here running with the big boys right now is Joey Doucette, as he is trying to get around the 5. And that will move him into 6th spot. Now these guys are going to try and run down this front group that has pulled away a little bit. 2 seconds off the lead right now is Doucette in 6th position. Side by side, the 15 and the 4, they get close. 4 able to power around. The 15 has to let out a little bit to not get up into the 4. That's Matthew Prentice in the 15 as he's trying to make a move on the outside. He and Nate Maurer have been together a lot this season. And here they are again, nose to tail. These guys battling for 8th position. The 34 back here, Dylan Clark. He and the 77 have been trying to reel in the front group, but to no avail, as they are now 7 seconds off the lead. And this top 5 are pulling away quite a bit now, led by the 51 of McMillan. Oh, so 27 almost got into the outside wall there. You could tell just how much these guys were pushing, trying to get stage points. Because now the top 5 has pulled off by 3 seconds over 6th place, Joey Doucette. And these guys were just running and see them up in the distance. These guys on lap 45 when we were running for the stage were all right together. And now this front 5 have really showed the pace. Dean Clavette, he is impressed here today, as he is in 4th spot. He's gained 17 positions. Cogswell behind him has gained 15 positions. There in the number 27, and Doucette in the 22. He's gained 18 spots since we started here tonight. There are 3 biggest movers. And Doucette right now, nobody else to pass unless he can make up a 3-second gap on the leader. The 23, he comes down the pit lane. He'll get service on his car. 4 tires and fuel for the number 23. This should get him close to the end. I think he took his fast repair as well, involved in an incident earlier. We'll take a look at just how big these gaps are as we come off the corner. You see the top 5. They have pulled out to a lead over the rest. Here comes the top 5. Then the next 6. Then there's a gap, a big gap back to the next group. So the draft works here at Michigan. This may be these guys trying to find friends for next week. But next week we'll be headed to Daytona. Falvich, he'll pull right back to the back bumper of McMillan. And now that we're through the stage, let's do a little something I like to call turn up the volume. Oh, never mind, as we've got a caution on the speedway, the 97 involved. Andrew Rattel involved as well. He's sitting on the back stretch. And we'll take a look at the replay. Let's see just what all's happened here. Oh, the 97 into the outside wall. Nowhere to go for the 5. A hard hit. They go sliding into the inside. Oh, the 5 tries to keep it off the inside wall, but big damage for the number 5, and we'll take another look at that. As the 97 up into the outside wall, the 5 with just nowhere to go right behind him. They'll go sliding sideways. The 5 locked him up, but hard into the inside wall. Damage on both sides of that car. To go back live, Dylan Falovich, everyone down the pit lane. McMillan Jr. first out, the 12. Ooh, very close at the line for a lot of these guys. The 12 was right there. The 16 as well was close on the exit. The 75 of McMillan Sr. and the 38 of Goodell, they are still out on the racetrack. Have not pitted yet. We'll take a look at the pit strategy. Goodell pitted 45 laps ago. McMillan Sr. is yet to pit. He's been out there 61 laps. I'm not 100% sure if that's correct. But Matt Goodell, we'll see if he chooses to pit here or will he stay out. I think the 75 usually stays out an extra lap. Goodell, he wanted to lead a lap there, I think, but not able to do it. McMillan Sr., he's down the pit lane too, and John McMillan Jr. now will reassume the lead. The 23, he's going to take a wave around as we get ready to go green once again. McMillan Jr. the leader, but the 56 Corvette, impressive showing here today. He's up front. He's got a shot at this thing. The 27 of Jonathan Cogswell, he's going to restart third. Our pole sitter, Dylan Falovich, he's up there in fourth spot. Point leader Blake Giglio, he'll restart in the fifth position now. And the 22 of Joey Doucette, currently our biggest mover alongside of Dean Clavette. Both have gained 19 positions from the start. He's up to the sixth spot. Justin Lumpkin up there as well. As we get ready to go green, the 34, this is exactly what he needed as he was stuck in that back group along with the 83 and the 77. As you see the caution flag still out, he's getting the green flag. He's getting ready to wave it. Pace car off into the pit lane now. A green flag for John McMillan Jr. and Dean Clavette. John McMillan Jr., he will clear the 56. I think everyone is going to have to try and save their tires a little bit. But because as we go through this one, this may be our last pit stop of the race. Down the backstretch now, the 77. He's trying to move forward. Doug Neal currently in the 12th position. A name we haven't said much tonight. He's trying to make his way forward to 83 of Bill Stringfellow, now up to the 7th position, involved in a wreck earlier, as he's going to now head to the inside with Joey Doucette. Dylan Clark. We've got some new names, new contenders trying to work their way up into the top 10. Dylan Clark now into 6th position around Doucette. The 34, a Truck Series standout, currently 2nd in the SERL Truck Series Championship chase, has moved up into the Cup Series in a big way. Back-to-back top 3s for rookie Dylan Clark. He's now looking to the inside of Cogswell, trying to get back into the top 5. The 83 trying to dive to the outside of Prentice. Lumpkin to the inside. They come across the line. The 83 of Stringfellow and Lumpkin. Stringfellow got the position, but Lumpkin trying to work the bottom lane. The 4 loses some momentum down the backstretch. Dylan Clark trying to make a move right now. Falovich out front. Our pole sitter in the number 12, setting the fast laps right now out front. Clavette trying to run him down. He's trying to work that inside line. He's been doing it all night long and making it work. Now to the back bumper of the 12. He's going to try and take this run to the inside. Falovich will now move down in front of him. Clavette trying to make it work, but it's just not there. Now back down to the inside, all the way below the yellow line for the 56 of Clavette. A good run off the corner. They're door to door coming across the line. Oh, as they go side drafting down into the corner, the 56 has to go to the bottom. Falovich on the outside, not going to have enough. Clavette's going to get a slide job. New leader here. Falovich going for the crossover, not going to be able to get it done. Right now, Dean Clavette is out front. He is your new leader at Michigan in the SERL Cup Series. Clavette, another Truck Series standout that has moved up mid-season. A talented field in the Truck Series is now Falovich moves to the inside. He's going to try and clear the 56. He's got enough. Now Falovich back to the lead with a big shove from the 16 of Giglio. These guys battling side by side. And this is just what the 16 of Giglio wants to see. And he's trying to pick which one he wants to go with. The best seat in the house right now for this battle for the lead. Looking from the cockpit cam of Blake Giglio's Chevrolet. You see just how much of a run the draft gets, and the 12 gives the 56 a shove into the corner, gets him sideways. You see the smoke fly. Oh, Giglio got a little tight there, had to really turn the wheel to the left, try and keep it off the wall. Falovich now to the inside, and now there's a big long line of cars. Everyone trying to jockey for position as we're getting down to the closing laps, 3/4 of the way through the race. Oh, the 51 gets sideways, the 34 now sideways. A lot of cars trying to gather it up. The 15 into the outside wall. Slides through the grass, but gets back out onto the track. No caution as the 15 will slide all the way back to 20th position. 21st, actually. So, a big incident that wasn't quite a caution. We see the 34, he got loose. The 5 as well. He dropped a couple of positions. The 5 back to 12th spot now. The 4, he was involved in that. He's back to 13th. The 97 of Nate Maurer. It looks like he may have lost the draft through all that, as he is 3.9 seconds off the lead group. He's going to have to try and reel them back in. The 56 of Dean Clavette still out front. .24 remaining as the 12 of Falovich looks to the inside. Doesn't have enough of a run. This time I'm going to try and stay on the door of Clavette. That's not going to be enough. Can the 16 get to the outside? He's not going to be able to get up to second either. As you can see, there's still a lot of cars vying for the win. Three wide for second. McMillan down on the inside. Giglio doesn't give him a lot of room. The 27 gives him a big bump, though. .16 gets the 51 a little uneasy down the front stretch, trying to give him a shove up, back up to the front. The 12 of Falovich will now make a move for the lead. And he's going to have enough to slide job the 56. Oh, they go bumping down the backstretch. Several cars involved. The 16, the 56, and the 51, 3 leaders. Hard crashes into the inside wall. We'll go back and take a look at that. We'll take a look from the chopper cam to try and figure out exactly what happened here. The 56 trying to keep it out of the wall, had to get out of the gas. And as you see, he slows down a little bit. The 16, he can't see anything of what's going on here. We'll take a look. See, he cannot see the 51 at all. So he doesn't know that the 51 is slow off the corner. And as he gets slowed down, the 16 doesn't get checked up. Tags the 51 who is off the throttle into the 56. And he tags the 56 and 83 of Stringfellow. What a move to go sliding through the middle of all these sliding cars as they go hard into the inside wall. The 51 probably hit the hardest there. We'll take one more look, this time from the cockpit of the 83. We'll see him drive through this one. Happens right in front of him. There goes slide to the inside. A big move right there, a power move for the 83 of Stringfellow. Sitting here at the end of pit lane. Who's going to be the first car off? It looks like Falovich. Osmer close. He come out of nowhere with a great pit stop. And Osmer's been off and on today, but he will take the lead. Out of the pit lane, Ronnie Osmer will be your leader. He'll control the restart with only 20 laps to go. Matt Goodell, don't think he's in the lead, but he's scored. I believe he's into the lead lap. Osmer is a leader. Number 38 taking a wave around. Levet still sitting in the pit lane. Blake Giglio, he's currently in 18th position. John McMillan Jr., who's been so fast in this one, he's going to restart in 17th. So a lot of our front runners are now in the back. A lot of these guys who've been running in the back all race are now up front. The 83 of Stringfellow, he has moved up into the 4th position. The 13 of Dunning, haven't talked about him much at all tonight, but now he finds himself in the top 5. And the 22 of Joey Doucette, he'll restart 6th here. Doug Neal, the 77, he's right there in 7th spot. Dylan Clark right behind him. Up here with a chance. The 9 of Adcock, he's trying to put his name in the hat. He's up here as well. So a lot of new names up in the front group. As the pace car pulls off. Green flag, Osmer takes off. . Cogswell trying to make it work on the inside around Falovich. Can he get enough of a run through the corner? Falovich going to hang on the quarter panel of the 27 and get a big run out of turn number 2. Falovich now to the inside of the 55. The 83 goes with him. Stringfellow now making a power move. Oh, Falovich gets loose. The 83 tries to go to the outside. Now Cogswell 3 wide for the lead on the inside. Dunning now, he's going to push the 55 back to the lead, and the 13 of Jamie Dunning will take second position. Stringfellow, he drops back several positions as he had to check up for the 12 who got loose off the corner. Osmer out front, the 13 of Dunning. He's trying to hold on to that second position. Falovich with a shove into the corner. Dunning now trying to get the lead. He's all the way down onto the yellow line. He's going to clear the 55 off the corner. And a new leader here at Michigan is the number 13 of Jamie Dunning. Falovich trying to make the move on the inside. He's going to get to the outside, and maybe not. 13 going to hold on to it. Dunning now out front, hasn't been in the front group all night long. Stringfellow works his way back up. Now to the inside of Falovich, battling for second position. Oh, the 13 loose off the corner. The 12 is as well. They're sliding all over the place down the backstretch. The 88 of Justin White. He's going to move into fourth down on the inside lane. Oh, the 12. He gets loose off the corner. As they come down the front stretch, Falovich to the inside with a big run. And Justin White out of nowhere, he's another guy we haven't talked a whole lot about, but now with some of these front runners that slid back to the back, these guys having breathed new life into their chances. But here comes McMillan Jr. He was involved in that last wreck. He is, of the 3 that was involved in that wreck, he is the one who has moved up the furthest, currently sits 6th position. Rattel now to the outside of the 13. Oh, the 13 with a block down the backstretch. White will jump to the inside of the 5. That's the battle for third. Justin White side by side for third with a 5 of Rattel. Cogswell right there. White will jump back up into 4th position into the outside lane. Cogswell now take a look to the inside of the 88. Here comes Osmer. The 27 with a big run down on the inside. Oh, they are close off the corner. White jumps all the way to the inside. He's going to make it 3 wide for third now. Justin White to the inside. Falovich enjoying his view out of his rear view mirror. And this is what the backside of Dylan Falovich's car looks like. This is what he sees behind him, all this jockeying for position. And now they're 3 wide for second. This is exactly what Falovich wants to see as we come down to 10 to go. Look at these guys sprint out down the front stretch, 3 wide, multiple places. And Falovich a little bit of a gap over second place of Dunning now. Oh, the 88 and the 9 get together. The 83 hard into the outside wall. The 97 involved. He goes sliding. Caution on the speedway in the final 10 laps here at Michigan. And I'm not sure what happened. It looked like the 9 and the 88 may have gotten together. The 9 was down on the inside. Yeah, you see the 9. Let's pause that and take a look at the 9 and the 88 here. And as they go through the corner, the 9 up in the, actually a little bit of net code may have been involved there. Let's take a look from the rear cam and see if these guys actually touched. The 9, he's up a little bit of net code, actually goes into the side of the 88, and then you see right there, not sure if the 83 thought that he had to move up or if there was net code there as well. But as you see, the 9, they get net coded together. That's some net code into the 83, I believe. He gets shot into the outside wall. The 88, not a lot of damage, a little bit of damage. I think that'll be okay for him. But Nate, he gets the brunt of this as he sees these guys spinning in front of him. And the 77 couldn't see that. And right into the back bumper of the 97. So 3 Simbox cars involved in this one. Nate gets it locked up. Nobody else hits him, I believe. So 97 may be okay on that one. As he'll have to take a fresh set of tires and maybe a fresh set of underwear. The 9 of Adcock, he stays out. Everyone else down the pit lane. Actually, the 9 will be dropping back here, it looks like, as the 51 almost hit him down the inside line. So Jonathan Cogswell, as we get down to the end, everybody's got a fresh set of tires. Cogswell, Clark, McMillan, Rattel, all teammates, their top 4. The lights are off on the pace car. We're going to get ready to go green for a 6-lap shootout. This is going to be a wild finish. Stringfellow is still sitting in the pit lane, so issues for the 83. I believe he had already taken his fast repair. Cogswell, the control car. McMillan Jr. right behind him. He's going to give him a push. You know, someone's going to be counting down in their team chat when to go so that they can try and get a top 4 finish. All 4 Prentice Rattel racing cars right now. We come down to the line. Green flag for the 27 with Jonathan Cogswell. And a great restart for all 4 Prentice Rattel racing cars. Cogswell slips up a little bit. Rattel's going to get on the outside of Clark. No, Clark gets up. Here comes Dylan Falovich, pole sitter, now 3 wide for the lead. Down on the inside, Jamie Dunning trying to do the same thing. McMillan Jr., who's been so fast so far. Here comes Blake Giglio. Everyone trying to make their moves. Out front, it's the 12 of Falovich. McMillan Jr. on the inside. They are 4 wide back in the pack. McMillan Jr. out front. Falovich in second. Dunning's trying to make his move on third. Cogswell's got it. Doucette down on the inside. Oh, one sideways. That's the 13, it looks like. No, that's the 16 of Giglio. He gets loose. He's going to slide back now. Oh, the 4 sideways. The 23's involved. The 19 gets in it. Caution again. And the 16, who was slow, he and the 88 get together. And not sure if that was another net code with the 88. I don't know what's going on with that, but the 4... he and the 16 definitely get together right in front. Take a look from the chopper cam. We'll take a look. You see the 16, as he was slow, the 4 right into the rear bumper. The 88 goes up the middle lane. The 88 comes up just a touch, and the 4 holds his line. The 88 up into the 4. Gets the 4 a little sideways, almost saves it. And then the 23 just couldn't get out of it quick enough. The 4 right into the door of the number 19. And slides it around. Everyone else continues on. So the 4 will find himself back in the back of the pack. John McMillan Jr. is our leader as we go down to a green-white checker. So up front, they're going double file, getting ready to go green. Dylan Falovich out front. So a green-white checker. This will be our first one. We could have potentially 3 here. We're getting ready for the pace car to pull off. It's going to be a wild one. Who's going to win? McMillan Jr. and Falovich have been up front for a lot of this. Cogswell as well. Dunning has really made himself known here at the end of this one. Pace car pulls down. The flagman has the green flag in the air. Green flag for a final green-white checker. Out front is McMillan. Cogswell second. Dunning trying to make a move. He's up on the outside. Rattel's now to the inside. That's the best battle right now. It's for 4th. Rattel will jump to the outside lane. McMillan's out front. Here comes Ronnie Osmer with a big run to the inside. As we take the white flag. Caution, we won't get the white flag. One goes around. Nate Maurer is down into the grass. There was a big incident in front of him. The 15 was involved. Yeah, Nate was down avoiding it. Great job to Nate Maurer. Let's take a look at the 15 and see what happened. He goes flipping down the front stretch. The 16 sideways already. Oh, the 22 and the 16 come together. Oh, the 16 tried to send it 4 wide. This one actually starts all the way into the corner entry. The 16, the 56, the 22, and the 15 are all 4 wide down into the corner. Prentice up in the high lane. The 22. Oh, he moves up and gets into the 16. The 16 goes sideways, but something happens up here to the 15. Oh, the 56 right up into the 15. Somehow didn't see him there. And the caution was not between the 16 and the 22. It was the 15 and the 56. So that one's definitely going to be on the 56. So we're going to rack them and stack them once again and try to run this thing out with a second green-white checker. So Giglio, it looks like he may have net coated through that car. He got spun sideways. To the 16 of Giglio, yeah. Saved the car from the incident between him and the 22. And then when the 15 comes across his hood, it looks like he may have net coated through him and not got any damage from that incident. As we see, he's out there, looks good. That number 16 car. The 51 of McMillan, he'll be the control car. We're gearing up for another wild restart. Last time McMillan went early. Will he go a little bit later this time and try and stack them up? We know Falovich and Osmer in the 55 can both work the inside line very well. We've seen him make multiple passes down there. Another guy who was a lap down just a few laps ago, the 38 of Matt Goodell. He's up there currently in 8th position. He's got a shot at this thing. Don't count him out. And here we come. Pace car pulls down. When we take the green, there'll be 2 to go. Green, white checker, second attempt. Green flag for McMillan. He'll get a good jump. McMillan with a decent lead, but they are side by side behind him. The 27 of Cogswell on the outside. Falovich on the inside trying to make it work. They're 3 wide behind him. Oh, the 13 and the 27 come together. They're able to save it. Everyone sliding around to try and avoid the 27, who's now slowed down the backstretch, lost a lot of momentum. Dunning is now third, but McMillan in the 51. He's going to take the white flag. 1 to go here at Michigan in the Southern Excitement Racing League. Can Falovich win from the pole? Currently in second. He's going to have to make a move through 3 and 4. Can he get enough of a run down the backstretch? He takes a shot, 12 to the inside. McMillan up on the high lane. Falovich has got the lead. They're side by side. The 12 clears him, now the 51. Oh, he gets loose. They'll be side by side across the line. Falovich is going to win. McMillan in second, .01, and Dunning gets a third place finish. The 12 wins it from the pole. Osmer comes home fourth. Andrew Rattel in fifth. As we take the checker flag for Dylan Falovich, our race winner. One heck of a finish on that one, a close one. Absolutely wild as everyone heads down the pit lane. Giglio with a congratulatory bump. Teammate Justin Lumpkin, he goes out there, he gives him a little nudge. We're going to get to see some donuts from Dylan Falovich. And if you watched the NASCAR race today, Ryan Blaney in the 12, he comes home the winner. And here tonight, Dylan Falovich in the 12, he's going to get it done, as he'll do a burnout down the front stretch. He'll head down into victory lane. Dylan Falovich, he's our race winner. Let's see if we can get a word from Jamie Dunning, our third place finisher. If we can get a picture of his car on the screen. There we go. Jamie Dunning in the number 13. Let's see if we can get a word. Hey, Jamie, this is Dakota in the broadcast booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir. How you doing, Dakota?
Hey, man, wild finish. Looked like you got separated from the pack or something happened there early in the race. I think a little incident between you and the 23. I think you got into the outside wall, but you get way back. But new life breathed into you there at the end. You come home with a third place. What did your race look like out there tonight?
It started out very difficult. I got into the wall a couple times coming out of two, and so I just did my thing, just dropped back and just let everybody race it out. I knew there was going to be more cautions to come.
Yeah, I mean, you come home with now your fourth or fifth top five. You've really come to life here in the second half of the season. How does this momentum feel going towards the chase?
It feels wonderful, to be honest. I mean, beginning of the season, I didn't think that I was going to be able to keep up with half these guys in our league. And now I'm battling top fives every week with these guys. So I'm hoping that it rolls over to the playoffs. There's a couple tracks that I'm kind of iffy about, but I mean, it's racing. I'm here to have fun and just make new friends day in and day out.
Yeah, great job, Jamie. Do you have anybody you'd like to thank tonight?
I would like to thank Rick's Chicken Barbecue, yourself, the Auto Up Racing Network. Make sure to go over to his YouTube, Facebook, or Twitch channel to give him a like, follow. I would also like to thank the teammates, Bill, Blake, Joey, Dean tonight, and I want to thank everybody in the league for making this league as best as it can possibly be. I mean, 20 cars coming this close to the playoffs is phenomenal, to be honest.
Absolutely. Well, great job, and we'll hopefully be talking to you again very soon, Jamie.
Thank you, sir. Have a great night.
You too. That was Jamie Dunning, our third place finisher. Now to the 51 of John McMillan Jr. Hey, John, this is Dakota in the broadcast booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got you, Dakota.
Hey, man, there wasn't many people that was able to make the inside line work, but you was one of them. You got pushed back, involved in an incident, and moved back to the back of the field, but you drive yourself all the way back into the lead. Thought you were going to win, but lose about 0.01 of a second. What did your race look like to you out there tonight?
It was fun. I really wanted that win. I wanted to at least get my first win of the season, but that's all right. Good win for Dylan. I mean, I got the inside to work on old tires, that's for sure. I led a few laps there on that long run just from the inside and just kept going with that.
Yeah, you. I think you're top three in points, and yet to get a win. But it just goes to show just how consistent you are in this league. What do you think your chances are as we go through the chase?
I feel like if I can keep the consistency going, I feel like I've progressed a little bit throughout the season as well. I can just keep the consistency going. I should at least have a chance at the championship in the last race there.
Absolutely. Well, great job tonight, John. You got anybody you'd like to thank tonight?
I'd just like to thank all of my teammates. They helped out amazingly in this race. Teamwork was definitely top-notch. I'd like to thank UFA, our sponsor, Dairy Queen. I'd like to thank you, Dakota, and all the admins here at SERL. All do a great job.
Well, thank you, buddy, and we'll be talking to you again soon as kind of a common top three guy up here.
Thanks, Dakota.
All right, have a good one.
You too.
That was John McMillan, our second place finisher, and Dylan Falovich in the number 12. Let's see if we can get a word. Hey, Dylan, this is Dakota in the broadcast booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Man, when I watched the NASCAR race earlier and the number 12 of Ryan Blaney brings it home, and tonight here you in the number 12, you do it as well, but a little bit more exciting for you is one heck of a move to the inside on the last lap and get him by 0.01 of a second. How does it feel to get a win here?
I just want to start off by saying I gotta apologize for earlier. I did not know I was being dragged in. I may have let a word get loose. told me you got picked up, so my bad for that. But for the race, yeah, I didn't. To be honest, I did not think that move was gonna work at all. I just said, gotta go for it. Hey, 112 won earlier. Why can't another 12 win today? I actually tried it earlier, 3 wide earlier on the bottom, same thing. Almost pulled a Tyler Reddick for reference. But then the second time it worked better, and figured third time, let's see if we can seal it.
Yeah, there wasn't a lot of people that could really make the inside line work. I think you and McMillan and Osmer as well was able to make that inside line work. But what was the secret? Was it just diving it down there and hoping it would stick, or was you trying to? It looked like you were all the way below the yellow line on the left side.
Yeah, I didn't. Or whenever I was trying to make a move on the bottom earlier, I didn't want to get that low. Just people were protecting the high side. So if it was, you had to get the right run. If you didn't have enough of a run, you wouldn't be able to do it. You would have to kind of dive it, like basically sling it in there. You would need the run to sling it, and then kind of slide up, almost kind of like a slide job, but hopefully don't get turned.
Yeah, well, a great job. You're now a winner here in the SERL. Do you have anybody you'd like to thank tonight?
I want to thank Justin Lumpkins, Zero X Designs, for this beautiful, beautiful 12 car. I asked him to do it. He came up clutch with it. And just shout out to the team. You know, TTSL Motorsports Racing Incorporated, presented by Dale Earnhardt, man. Trying to get an interview for a while. Finally not only got one, got two today. So it's a good day.
Absolutely. Well, great job, buddy. And I'm sure we'll be talking to you again. You've had a lot of good finishes. You're up there in the points. And as we go through the chase, what do you think your chances are at winning the championship?
Man, I've had some good, the whole team overall, we've had some good runs this year. I was telling Justin earlier during the race, man, like, it seems like we'll always be running good, and something happens to one of us, and then if it doesn't happen to one, it happens to both. So hopefully the bad luck, got done in the first 25, and hopefully the last 10, 11 are smooth sailing.
Absolutely. Well, great job, and we'll be talking to you again soon, buddy.
All right, thank you. I hope to see you soon.
Absolutely. And that was race winner Dylan Falovich. And we've got one race remaining. As we take a look at some of these guys that were close to the cut line, Kyle Adcock comes home with an 8th place finish. A great job for him. The 97 of Nate Maurer, he comes home 14th. Justin Lumpkin in 15th. All those guys right there around the cut line. Travis White in 16th position. So all those guys right around the cut line kind of finished close together. Kyle Adcock, top of the group. But as we go forward, one more race in the regular season for the SERL will be at Daytona next week. And then we'll head to the chase. Next Saturday night, we will be at Talladega. So a double feature on the super speedways next weekend for the SERL. That's for the truck series at Talladega next Saturday. And of course, we'll be racing Thursday night in another super speedway series, the Pelican Snowball Super Speedway series. So make sure you come join us for all that. Congratulations to race winner Dylan Falovich. And we will catch you all next time.